Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the YouTube Creators Hub podcast. If you are new, normally I do an interview with a content creator, 30, 45 minutes, breaking down what makes them successful, their journey as a creator. But today I'm doing a special episode as some very large news has come out in regards to the YouTube Partner Program. I'm sure you guys have seen it all over the internet. I'm going to talk about what it means, what I think it kind of lays out for the future, and hopefully encourage you a bit if maybe you were close to the old requirements and now you're thinking that the bar has been raised and it's going to take you twice the amount to get there. I don't think that is the case. There are definitely pros and cons of them doing this. It is definitely a bottom line move, meaning that the reason they're doing this is because they can kind of get rid of a large percentage of creators in the program that are making, very, very little in terms of money from the program, and then just get the people who are what they would call large earners. So it's better for the advertisers because they're getting their ads put on creators that what you would assume would be larger and have been in the program for a bit longer. So let's just look at it. If you're watching the video version of this podcast, I have the official blog pulled up from YouTube, and the title of it says New Opportunities to Earn and Changes to the YouTube Partner Program. They definitely opened with the new opportunities and then went into changes to the YouTube Partner Program. So here we go. The YouTube Partner Program launched almost 20 years ago. It embodies our core belief that YouTube and creators succeed best together. Today, the Partner Program remains the only program that pays creators consistently, transparently, and at scale. I will say this, almost 17 years on YouTube, 15 plus now in the Partner Program for myself. It has been very consistent and there's been very little changes. Now, there have been some small tweaks to it, but the 4,000 hours, 1,000 subscriber requirements have been there for a long time. So when they're stating this, that's definitely truthful. With over 3 million creators in the program, we're making the first significant changes since 2018, so that's about 8 years, to ensure that the partner program continues to be the leader in the creator economy by meaningfully rewarding active creators. In fact, we expect to pay even more to creators in 2027 than we did in 2026. Now, this is correct. They're going to be paying fewer creators as far as in numbers, but as far as the amount of money for the creators they are paying, that's probably going to increase, and they'll be able to show that at the end of next year. So the changes are the following. Now, this one here, how premium revenue works, basically all they're doing here is Premium Lite, which is kind of like a tier below what the normal YouTube Premium is. They're just giving more of that to the creator. I think they're taking it up by 10 or 15%. I'm going to let you read into that. That's not really what I want to talk about as far as this video. The next one is very important. YouTube Shorts. We're updating how we distribute Shorts revenue to reward creators who drive conversation and engagement on YouTube. Creators who already earn significant revenue from Shorts are unlikely to be impacted by these changes. This is what I think most people are missing right now on the internet. The new threshold for YouTube Shorts is, I think it's 10 million, I believe. I'd have to look and see. 2027, by February 1st, creators who have 10 million qualified Shorts views over the last 90 days. So within a 90-day period, you got to get 10 million qualified Shorts views. And by qualified, it's not like they swipe to it, they watch a second and go off. No, there's a threshold it has to get to. 10 million is a big number, but here's the deal. I checked last night on my tutorial channel, which is all long form. Now, I've got about 28, almost 30 YouTube Shorts on there. And within 90 days, I believe I was right at like 3 point something million. So I would be 7 million off. But from that 3 million, I believe in 90 days, I made something along the lines of $52. So it's not like I'm getting a ton of money from the YouTube Shorts. Now, if you're getting 10 million plus views, you're already making significant revenue. So it's not like they're taking creators who were already making a ton of money from vertical video and then kind of cutting their legs out from under them. They're really not doing that. Now, let's say you're like on the up and up and you're like right at 8 to 9 million and you're making decent money, a few $100, maybe over 1,000, then I could understand the frustration. But in that case, you're probably going to reach that by February if you're growing and you're uploading to the channel. So again, beginning February 1st, 2027, creators will have to have 10 million qualified shorts views over the last 90 days to be eligible for ads and subscription revenue. That's a big one on shorts. Channels below this threshold remain in the partner program and continue earning on long form content. That is a big deal, but they have to meet the other requirements for long form, with shorts revenue sharing automatically resuming once they cross the 10 million views again. So let me break this down. You can have a channel that has the new requirement for long form is going to be 1,000 subscribers, just like the other one, and then 8,000 qualified public watch hours in a year, so running 12 months. 8,000 is doubling from 4,000, and that seems like a lot. But again, if you're uploading regularly and you're growing a channel, 8,000 is really not that high a bar to reach in a year or 12 months. But here's the deal. Normally, or not normally, in the old system, you were able to monetize your shorts if you met the long form requirements. That is changing. So let's say for my channel, for my tutorial channel, I get around 23 to 25,000, sometimes 30,000 watch hours every single month. So I'm fine there. But as I mentioned earlier, 3 to 4 million shorts views, that's not going to cut it. And I'm not going to be able to make the 30 or 40 bucks that I was making a month on shorts. Again, not a big deal for me. My business is not built around vertical video. I use it more as a kind of outreach type thing, as opposed to knowing that's how I'm monetizing or a bucket that I know I can count on for a big sum of money. So there is a big change here. You're not going to be able to monetize your shorts if you reach the long form requirements. That's a big deal. Now, the third one here, this is important. To keep pace with the growth of YouTube, which now sees over 200 billion daily shorts views and over 1 billion hours of watch time on TV every day. That's insane to me. We are updating the partner program entry requirements for ads and premium revenue sharing for new creators. This update won't impact creators already in YPP. Meaning, now I would need to get confirmation on this. I've seen a lot of mixed signals here. Are you grandfathered in? That sentence right there would make me believe you are, but I don't know. I would think that if you're in the partner program, I think if you surpass the 4,000 hours of watch time, let's say February 1st gets here, you've got 5,200 hours of watch time, you got 1,000 subscribers, I think you're good to go. But again, they could change it between now and then. That sentence says this update won't impact creators already in the partner program. New creators applying for the partner program will need 8,000 qualified watch hours in the last 365 days. Now, that's a running 365 days. So it could start in May, go from May to the next May, right? So it doesn't have to be, say, a calendar year, January to December. So, or 20 million qualified shorts views in the last 90 days. Now, that's kind of to get you in the program. The 10 million is what you got to keep. Like, that's got to be the thing that you do every 90 days. But to get into it with vertical video, so let's say you're a channel that does way more vertical views than you do long form, to get into the program, 20 million. Now, that's going up tremendously from what it used to be. 90 days. The entry thresholds for our fan funding and shopping products remain unchanged. Those are all different. You'd have to look on that. They're saying that these updates allow us to invest in new incentive programs that directly support creator growth and the many business models that work across YouTube. Creators can review and sign. By the way, I've already done it. You can do it now too. If you go to your YouTube studio, you'll see a pop-up, new terms of service, changes to our partner program, go through. I would read them all before you accept them, but it won't matter. If you don't accept them, then you won't make any money if you are approved, right? And this will all take effect on February 1st, 2027. What does this all mean? The first thing I want to say is this. I always talk about here on the podcast, do not put all of your eggs in one basket, okay? And this really is proof of that. If you are counting on YouTube or another platform to be your main source of income, just know that you're building your house on a very, very wobbly foundation, okay? You are not in control of the moves they make. There are people in boardrooms out in California somewhere that are making these decisions, and they do not really care or think about you specifically. Now, they do have the creator in mind, so just don't put all of your eggs in the same basket. That is not what you want to do. Number 2, if you are someone who meet these requirements, I do think it's a good thing. A lot of the AI garbage and a lot of the people who spam stuff on YouTube, this is going to cut a lot of them out, which means I believe advertisers are going to be able to pay more, and they're going to be able to pay more on quality content, which is good for everyone. It's good for creators, it's good for advertisers, and we want that. We want the program to be healthy, and we want YouTube to pay more to the people who qualify. Now, you may be saying to yourself, 8,000 public watch hours in 365 days is impossible. The 1,000 subscribers is the same. It should be easy, right? But the 8,000 watch hours, it may seem like, oh, they're doubling this. 4,000 seem like such a gigantic ask. It's really not. If you're doing the things that we talk about here on this podcast and you're uploading consistently and you find what your target niche is, 8,000 hours should be very, very doable. So I want to encourage you today to not be discouraged from these announcements. It should be eye-opening to you about putting all of your eggs into a single basket, but it should be encouraging to you that YouTube wants the program to remain healthy so they can continue to pay the most money to the most creators that they can. Now, are there downsides? Of course there are. I hate it for people who are right under the 4,000 hour mark and are going to be cut right below that grandfather time where people can get grandfathered into the program. Yeah, I feel for you. I do. But let me be honest with you. If you only have 4,000 hours of watch time in 365 days, the amount of money that you're making is negligible. You would be making sub $100 a month, maybe a few hundred, depending on the niche that you're in. So I want to encourage you today that yes, it's a bit jarring. It's a bit sad for those that are close. I get all of that. But I think in the long term, it's going to be a positive for the creator economy. With that said, if you are a creator and you're looking for ways to improve your channel, we've got a ton of them. We have the Creator Mastermind group where we have Creator Mastermind calls every month. $5-10 get you in. You can hang out at our Discord server, talk to people about different things in regards to your channel. I do YouTube channel reviews. I do YouTube creator coaching. Just go in the description of this podcast in the show notes, take a look at what we offer, and I would love to work with you. With that said, we'll see you guys next week with a new interview.